How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you guys how to digitize cassette tapes like these, or any VHS tape for that matter, or any analog composite device that has a yellow wire. So basically what you want to do is have a device like this, this old VHS tape player here that can play old VHSs, and I have one of these adapters so I can put in one of these old school cartridges for camcorders, and that lets me pop this into the VHS. So then the next thing you want to do is order yourself one of these easy cap capture cards, composite video capture card. These things are like $10 on eBay. You get yourself one of these, and don't worry about the drivers. There's a lot of people freaking out about the drivers, but that's not really a big deal. All you have to do is plug it in. If you have Windows 10, it'll automatically search for devices and drivers and set them up for you. Then you connect the card to the composite out of your device. So now I have my VHS player connected to my computer, and then the next thing you're going to need is OBS Studio. So for that, I'll show you guys the angle of the screen so you can see how to set that up. Right, so after you've gone in there and connected your EasyCap device to your computer and let the drivers install themselves, then you open up, of course, install OBS Studio. If you don't already have it, you should get it. It's a great tool. But yeah, get OBS Studio, and then go ahead and add a new device. So you want to add a video capture device. So you're gonna label it whatever you want. I called it EasyCap Composite Capture because that's the source that I'm using. And once you add it, you can go into the preferences of that device, and you can select. You can configure the video to however you want to configure it to, and then you can expand that screen onto your capture screen here. And so then if I hit play, I should be able to hit. I took down the desktop audio as well, so all the audio you hear is from the EasyCap, and I'm going to put it at minus 10 or so, just so I can get good audio. And then you hit play, you hit start recording. Of course, select where you want it to record to and the settings of your recording. And once you set up all that inside of OBS Studio, you hit start recording, and then you hit play on your VHS player or whatever device, and you can see it's playing, and there it goes. So this video, very old VHS tape, is now being captured by the capture card. It's pretty awesome. So it's going to take a bit of data when you do this, depending on how big the file is, but it might consume some storage on your device, so make sure you have enough storage to store, say, 1 hour of footage is going to be like 10-15 gigabytes or so. But once you get it in the format that you want, you can compress it, you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, part 2 of the VHS and cassette tape conversion series. So for audio tapes like these, it's a lot simpler than the videos. So you just have to have a tape player that has an input and an output, and a cassette that you want to convert, right? So you put that into your tape player. I really like this technique because it gives you an analog reading of the sound. So you want to connect that to some kind of sound card. You can use your built-in sound card, but I have a DJ sound card that I use when I go play out often. So the sound quality of this is going to be a lot better. So I got my inputs, my output of the techniques connected to this input, and I have the output of my computer connected to the input of here. So that way I can record digital sources and convert them into cassette tape if I want to record tapes. So that's very convenient. I'm going to be showing a tutorial on how to make mixtapes for DJs, 30-minute mixtapes on cassette players. So then you take this, you connect it to your computer, and on my computer here I have Ableton. You don't necessarily have to use Ableton. If you have Audacity or some other free software, you can use that as well. This is pretty simple. You set up one audio track, you remove the grid so that it doesn't have any tempo or timing, and then you can add a few effects. I like to analyze the sound with the spectrum analyzer. I put a simple EQ and a limiter to make sure that it doesn't clip or sound weird, and then I always turn up the limiter by a little bit, by like 3 dB or so. Once you have all that set up, you can select your sound card, right? So I have it set up already and I have it in, so all I have to do is hit record here, hit record here. I'm recording now, so I just hit play and the tape player should play the cassette and it should play out on my speakers.
Called the Golden
You can see the VU meter.
Do you remember who that? I can't remember who it was, but name escapes me. But anyway,
and you can see the spectrum analyzer and the limiter working in my Ableton.
If you recall that chart, he indicated that
and you can see the track recording.
Gold is now much higher relative to all commodities.
I can edit this further if I want to later.
It's like almost like an exponential blow.
This would be the easiest way to digitize analog cassette tapes and convert them into WAV files, high quality audio files.
If you also look at prices.